what you are already earning. Are you interested? Do you want to know? Do you want to know how I did it? And do you want to know how you can do it? You surely know. You surely want to know, right? Well, let's talk about how you can increase your revenue by at least 10 times by following these easy things in your business and for yourself. Come on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Tell me in the comments below if you are ready to know how you can increase your business revenue, how you can 10x your business revenue, how you can increase your business revenue by at least 10 times. Come on, give me a yes if you are ready to know the secrets, the five things. So let's get started with talking about those 5 things using which you can multiply your revenue, you can increase your revenue, you can increase your sales by at least 10 times. I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, we are all ready to know it. So let's jump into it without wasting a lot of your time. Well, make your sales process simple. This is the first and the most important thing. It is said that if you cannot explain your product, your service to somebody who is a complete layman, who does not know you, who does not know about your services, who does not know about your industry, if you can explain about your product and your services to him in less than 60 seconds, you have got the right product. You have got the right sales pitch. You have got the right services that you are selling. But if you are not able to do that in less than 60 seconds, that means there's something that is miserably wrong. So this is one example of keeping the sales process simple. Keep your sales pitch optimized to the point where you can explain it to anybody in less than 60 seconds and impress them or convince them about what you are doing, about what you are selling. Makes sense, right? See, when we talk about the sales process, have you visited Amazon.com? I have done a lot of shopping on Amazon.com. How easy and how quick from selecting a product to checking out is. They recently introduced this one-click checkout. So they are always trying to look forward of ways how they can make your experience easier, faster, smoother. Because if the sales process is not simple, if the sales process is confusing for you, it is confusing. It is going to be confusing for your clients or your customers too. And if the sales process is confusing for your customers, they will not end up buying your product. So make sure, if you have not been able to close a lot of sales recently, if you have not been able to get a lot of sales recently, figure out what your sales process is. Either you don't have any or you have a very complicated one. Keep it as easy, as simple as possible. You do not have to have something very complicated that nobody understands. You have to have something very simple that anybody can understand. Make your sales process simple, as easy as possible. No matter what you think, if you think that your industry or the product that you sell cannot be simplified, the sales process cannot be simplified, then you are wrong. Then you are wrong. Find out who else in your industry has done really good and how has he simplified his sales process. You will find somebody. You are not the first person to sell whatever you are selling on this earth. You are not the first person to scale it 100 times. You will find somebody who has done, who has been successful, who has implemented an easy sales process, and so can you. So look out for it. Yeah. Number 2, an important one. It is all about the prospect. It is all about the customer. Who is the most important person when you are making a sales? Who is the most important person? It is the person on the other side of the table, right? You are not the most important one. Your product or service is not the most important one. The most important person in the entire transaction for your business is the customer, is the prospect. I would not say customer, because until and unless he buys from you, he does not become your customer. So is your prospect. So you need to give the most amount of importance to him. He is the most important person. You cannot ignore him. You cannot think that okay, he can be closed easily, or you cannot ignore his needs, his requirements, his expectations from you. you cannot do any of those things. You have to understand and keep it in your mind that that prospect sitting in front of you is the most important person, and you have to make him feel that. You have to make him feel that by doing what? By making him or considering him the most important person. You cannot take calls in front of him, you cannot look at your watch in front of him, you cannot do anything that is distracting in front of him. When you are in front of him, you are only and only talking about his benefits, how he benefits, what would be good for him, not what would be good for you, not what would be good for your business, but what would be good for him. He is the most important person, and he would only feel, or he would only think of himself to be the most important person when you talk about his needs, his requirements, his expectations. You do everything that you can do to make him happy. That is when he thinks that he is the most important person. That is what happens with you, right? That is what happens with me. When somebody takes my needs or my requirements or my expectations before their needs or their requirements or their expectations, I think I get a feeling that okay, this man is treating me special. I am important to him. See, he is living on his responsibilities. He is giving his time to me. He is prioritizing me over himself. And that is where I think that okay, I am important to him. That is where you think that you are important to somebody. So you need to do the same. You need to make somebody, your prospect, important for you. Make him feel special. Make him feel important. This is important. This is really, really, really important. Number 3, pressure is privilege. What is this? Pressure is privilege. Well, Elon Musk once said that if I ask you to clean your room in 3 days, you would clean it in 3 days. But if I ask you to clean the same room in 3 hours, you will clean it up in 3 hours. So what is the difference? The difference is the amount of pressure that you apply on yourself when you are given a wide target and a narrow target. The moment you were given a target of 3 hours to clean the same room, you started figuring out how you can do it quicker, yet achieve good results. And that is how you optimize yourself. You work hard, you do not spend a single minute, and do all that you can in those 3 hours to make sure that you achieve the desired output. So that is what is pressure, and that is why it is a privilege, because something that you would have done in 3 months maybe, or 3 days maybe, now you are doing it in 3 hours. So imagine the amount of time that you are saving by just putting on a little bit of pressure on yourself. Similarly, if you are putting a little bit of pressure on your sales team, imagine the kind of results that you can see. Imagine the amount of or the difference in results that you can see with pressure and without pressure. Well, without pressure, you're not going to see any result. Have you seen companies getting mad on the 30th of the month? Well, that is pressure. That pressure makes them make calls even at 10 o'clock in the night, even on Sundays and Saturdays. Why are they doing that? Well, if there was no pressure, they wouldn't have done that. And if they wouldn't have done that, they would not have got that sales. They would not have achieved their targets. So pressure is privilege. Do not forget to understand that pressure is privilege. If you are pressurized, means you are going to give your best. Do not feel bad or feel sad or feel mad about it. Now, the 4th point is that you need to understand that the biggest problem for you, for your business, for your sales, for whatever is happening in your life, you know who is the biggest problem or what is the biggest problem? It is you. It is not your customer, it is not your government, it is not the taxes, it is not the economy, it is not the COVID, it is not anything else, but it is you. If you are facing any problem, any challenges, anything in your life, in your business, in any aspect of your life, the problem is you. And the moment you understand this, the moment you realize this, things change. Things change completely. You just need to figure out, you just need to understand that you are the biggest problem. And the best part is that you are the only solution to the biggest problem. Right? Am I right? Who is the biggest problem? You. And who is the only solution? Again you. So when you are the biggest problem and you are the only solution to the biggest problem, then what are you waiting for? Come on, find out the problems and find the solutions. Now the biggest problem that we human beings face is that we do not know the problem and we do not know how to solve this problem. If we had known this, we would not have had any problems. So understand that you are the biggest problem and nobody else. Number 5 and the last one, but the most important one. Grant Cardone says that money follows attention. What does that mean, money follows attention? Why is that really important? Well, it is said in Hindi, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. It is said in English that what is seen is sold. Until you get seen, you cannot be sold. So you have to be seen. That is what is meant by marketing. Money follows attention. Until and unless people give attention to you, until and unless people or your prospective customers see you, give attention to you, they will not buy from you. So you have to make sure that all eyes, the more the number of eyes are on you, the more sales you will be making. The more the number of eyes are on you, the more profitable you will be. The more the number of eyes you have on you, the more money you will be making. And that is what is meant by money follows attention. Gone are those days when we used to hear from our parents that do not brag, do not say so much about yourself, do not be seen everywhere, do not talk to strangers. Well, if you are not seen, if you are not talking to strangers, if you are not coming out of your cocoon or your nest, where would you get the sales from? Where would you get the money from? Where would you get all the attention from? And if you are not getting enough attention, that means you are not getting enough money. Why do you think those stars, artists, sportsmen make so much of money? Because they are able to build in that one skill really nice, really well, that millions and millions of eyes are on them. Millions and millions of people are having their attention on them. What they are wearing, what t-shirts, what track pants, what cap, what shoes. Millions of eyes are having attention on them. And when millions of eyes are having attention on them, money is automatically following them. You got it? So are you implementing it? Yes? Yes, you should be implementing it. And I'm waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you to implement this in your life and see the difference. You will see the difference for yourself. So we spoke about the 5 topics, 5 things that you need to do in your life, that you need to change about yourself to 10x your income, to increase your sales, to increase your revenue, to increase your profit. So let us do a quick recap of what 5 points did we learn today. Number 1, it was keep your sales process simple. Remember? Yes? Give me give me a yes in the comments below if you remember what I said about keeping your sales process simple. Give me a yes in the comments below. It is all about the prospect. Number 2. Number 3 was pressure is privilege. Remember Elon Musk said the same task that could have been done in 3 months can also be done in 3 hours. It is only in the difference of the pressure that is applied. Yes, pressure is privilege. Number 4, it was your biggest problem is you, not economy, not the taxes, not the government, not your neighbor, nobody else. It is you. Money follows attention. This was the last one, right? Money follows attention, as said by Grant Cardone. So money follows attention. Number 6, are we supposed to talk about some number 6? Okay, this is the bonus thing for you. Number 6, do not quit at the sign of a struggle. Most of the businesses, 90%, 95% of the businesses are failing because they quit the moment they see some struggle coming towards them. They quit the moment they see some struggle around the corner. The moment they see that there is a bad road ahead of them, they quit. They make a U-turn. This is something that you are not supposed to do. The moment you see something wrong, the moment you see that there is a period of struggle coming in front of me, you need to innovate. You need to change. You don't need to take a U-turn, because no matter what, you would never be able to avoid the struggles in your life. So it's better to face the struggles head on, figure out how you can innovate, how you can, change your direction like like the water does. It is flexible, right? When it is poured in a bottle full of stones, it finds its way out. It does not try to make a U-turn, but it makes its way out. So that is what you need to make whenever you face a struggle situation, whenever you face that there are tough times, like we recently had with COVID. All the businesses faced tough times, but the only ones who are successful today are the ones who were able to be flexible, innovate, change, update, upgrade, add a new skill to themselves, and navigate through these struggling times, navigate through these tough times. So if you and your business are able to navigate through these tough times, you will be successful. Nobody can stop you from becoming successful. Nobody can stop you from becoming all that you want to become. That's all from me for today. And if you have any questions, I'm waiting here for another 5 minutes. I'll be taking your questions. Post your questions in the comments below and I'll be answering those. I'm waiting for you. Are you there? Knock knock. Are you there? Yes, you are. I'm waiting for your comments, your questions. And if you don't have any questions, if you don't have any comments to make, I'll be taking a sign off. So let's wait for a minute. Okay, let's wait for another. So how has your day been until now? What are the challenges that you are facing in your business? What are the problems that you are facing when you are starting off with something of your own? What do you think is your biggest problem today? Tell me, ask me. I would love to hear from you. I would love to answer to your problems. I would love to answer whatever you face, whatever problems you face in your life. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to maybe be of some help to you. So I will be waiting for you. Your comments, your questions, your feedback. I'm waiting to hear from you. If not, well, see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.